recording in progress. So last Christmas, my teens finally convinced me to get a small air fryer, and we're using it daily, although it seems that we're almost using it daily individually, which seems to be defeating the object. So it did take me a while to get into using it myself. And now that I'm really using it a lot, I decided to upgrade to a 10-in-1, sort of a family one, a big one, which is now sitting in the hallway because I got it off a recycled place. I did also start to wonder about air fryers and whether they were very environmentally friendly after all, with all the kind of uptake of them recently. I know there's been like a little Aldi price war over them and people rushing to get them. So it does seem to save money on energy, but also, you know, where are they coming from in the first place? So I wrote one of my random blogs about this, and I'll do a share screen. Let me just go down to minimize, share screen, share. Here we go. Enlarge. So that was the headline. These seem to be everywhere. And then my ramble there about what they're about. I've got a couple of quotes I put in there. And then down, scroll down. There's me waving with a GIF. I'll tell you about that later. And there's an air fryer I did in Canva. That's why I've linked it to my Canva. So basically, I went to Canva, found an image of an air fryer, took away the background and did a nice little warm glow around it. And also my blog here, going back up again, I do a little Canva tip each week. This week's Canva tips, how to record yourself in Canva. And this was my how to do it. Me waving, looking like a loon, and then put it into my blog. Now I'm going to go over to Canva. So can you all see now? Can you all, Sally, can you see the see my Canva? Okay. Right. So by the end of this little short interactive session, I'll teach you how to do a quick post, and I'll show you how to remove a background and put a warm glow around an air fryer or something like that. But not all versions can do that. So I do have the pro version, which means I pay £10 a month because I use it lots and lots to have sort of creativity and fun. But you know, there are things you can do in other programs where you can remove backgrounds, and you know, there are other things you can do to make warm glows. But really, if I just show you some simple stuff, and hopefully it'll inspire you and give you a nudge to get creative too. Obviously Canva is not the only platform to use. I'm not a graphic designer. I just enjoy using Canva for stuff, and I enjoy it because it's, you know, I make books and flyers and presentations, etc. There's loads of things you can do. So if you've got Canva open, it might be useful. And if not, no worries. You can also put it on your phone. You can put it on your phone as an app, or open up on the phone, you know, search bit. So create a design is on the big purple button on the right hand side. So if I go to create design, basically anything's on there. You can search for anything you want to do, and you can even do custom designs. I'm going to do, as I think most of us are on LinkedIn, I'm going to do an Instagram post because that's square, and I still use that sizing for LinkedIn. We can have a chat with Keith later. He might use a different size, but for now, for simplicity, I'm using a square one. And the reason I see Keith, because he obviously does the LinkedIn as well. I'm sure other people do LinkedIn training too. So here we go, square coming in, loading up. Now there are templates, so if you're completely new at using Canva, I would suggest use a template. Go to templates and just choose something you'd like to, a theme or something, or I don't think if I type in air fryer it will be there. It's got a menu there or something, but you can, you know, something you're interested in today, something you'd like to create, just pop it in there. If I create something from scratch, so again with templates, so if you go into templates, you can then type over them. So I'll just show you a quick template. So embrace the good vibes. You can click on that and type in your own stuff. It's a bit like using WordPress. So, you know, click on that, change that. If you don't like it, click on it again, go up to the top. You can see there's a toolbar with effects, bullet points, center it. Change the colors, change the font size, change the fonts. You can even animate, but I'm not going to talk about that today because that's advanced for some of us. This is just a basic intro. You can change the background if you don't want that image. Go to photos on the left hand side. I'm going to take away that image. I'm going to click on the image and press delete. Oh, nothing left, but don't worry, it's still there. Embrace the good vibes. It might just be that I put a picture of the Christmas dog that's just come up, and then I can stretch it with the little stretchy bits. There's a circle there I can stretch. I can stretch it down, and then if I double click on it, I can move it to reposition it. you see? If I don't like the colours, I can change the colours of the text. On that like that. It's still not showing up great, but you know, you can have a play. You can put different backgrounds on, so you can go to effects. If you go to effects, you can get different have a play around with some of the different effects they've got there. Neons, glitch, background, put a background on it like that. And again, you can go to background and have a play with what color background you like. I want to make it green. Now, when I first started using Canva, I was very rubbish with all the different colors I was using. You know, I used to use all sorts of different, I use this font, I use those colors, and I had no consistency. And now I tend to stick to I've got an orange that I use. So I'll just show you a new design, starting with my orange. Create design. Instagram post. Here we go. Slowly in your own time. It's really slow because maybe because of the zoom. And now it's blank, but if I go to my colors up here, I've actually got my colors saved. I've got orange saved as one of my colors. If I click on the color, double click, and it brings up the plus sign, it tells me the sort of hex code for that, so the color code for my colors. So if you've got a color that you're working with, it's worth. I used to have it written down on bits of paper, and I type it in every time, D6420, and then I got the pro version. I could have a brand kit, so it's very possible to to have your color. You just have to sometimes manually put it in, or use an old image and then recycle that old image, so you've got your colors and your fonts and stuff. And just to go back to images, so go back to photos. So you can use your own photos, or you can use photos, stock photos. So I'm going to type in air fryer because that's how I started off. There's an air fryer. Yeah, pop it across like that. So you could just do something like that, and you could click T for text, and it gives you a little square, which means you can wiggle that around. Sometimes you lose text. You can, you see, it's really small at the moment, so I can drag the circle and bring it over and make it centered. It's telling me it's centered by the purple line. Double click on it and type in air. Is it air fryer? Is it one word? Should know. Air fryer. Wiggle around. Oh, I'm going to change that color. I'm going to go to the font, change it to my orange. I'm going to make it bold. I might change it to different text. I tend to use glassing and difference for my stuff. But again, with different people I'm working with, they've got different colours. There's railway there. Might make it bigger. Air fryer. I mean, really boring post. And then to download it, I can just click download, and it downloads to my computer. I just do it's a flat image PNG. I'm not doing a GIF, or I'm not doing a fancy thing at the moment. And also I got an option here for transparent background. So I could then download it as a transparent one, or just download it as it is, or I could click on it now and do edit image, and it says here BG remover, background remover. Now I don't think that's available on all canvas, but you can also go to separate programs and remove backgrounds from images. There's freebies around. Just type in remove background image, super simple, remove it, and then you can upload it again to Canva if you want that background removed. It's removing it now. I'm nearly finished. And you can have a play and ask some questions. And in fact, if you have got any questions, maybe put them in the chat. We'll get to them at some point. And then if I click on it again, edit image, I can put a shadow on it. Click on shadows. I can add a glow, a drop, page lift. And it takes time. It takes time to do that. And then sometimes it shrinks it. We can just see a glow around it. If I make this white, background white, it's easier to see. Oh, it's gone. Oh, God. And if you make a mistake, just click undo. So, thank goodness for undo. It's come back again. But you can just see that glow. And in fact, it's just a bit too, hang on. The shadows, go back, stop. I do a glow again. I just want to show you that. If you click on it, and then then I can do the size of it, blur of it. Well, it's not showing up very well. The scale. Oh, here we go, scale. So can you see that nice, a nice glow around it? So that's basically showing you how to add an image, how to use your own photos or your own photos, how to put a glow on something, how to put some text, how to download something, just to get you really started. Because if I say too much more, I think it's overwhelming those who haven't even started, and those who probably know what they're doing gone, well, I know all this already, but maybe there's something you can take away from that. So I'm going to just stop the share for a moment, just see if there's anything in the chat. Is remove BG. Thanks, Keith. I think you taught me that in my first Canva workshop I ran. So anyone got any questions about what they've just seen before I give you a little task?
No, I thought that I picked up some tips already, so that's great for me. I have the free version, and I'm able to put my brand colors in, and I've uploaded bits and pieces, but there's some other things there that you've done this morning, so that's already good for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Jane, I was having a quick look on, because I actually did download it on my phone a while ago and just kind of poked around with it for a bit and then went, ooh, too much trouble. I probably forgot about it. The presentations part of it, does it work in the same way as a slideshow like you can with PowerPoint? Is it the same principle?
Yes, you can create presentations and you can download them. Yeah, and you can put animations on and music. And I do sometimes do that, but I tend to use. I did a presentation yesterday and I use Google Slides. I mean, it's making it whatever's easiest. You know what I mean? I think sometimes if you know a system, stick to it and it works.
That's a question I have, Jane, as well, before we go and do our thing, is I tend to download mine as JPEG, not PNG. Which would you think is best?
As I understand it, PNG is best for the social media, and you can enhance, there's different ways to enhance them. Okay. If I was making a flyer, so I made a flyer last week and I saved it as a PDF print. So it's better for the printer then when you take, I took it to the Biddles in Guildford, and it's better for the resolution for them. It's not so clear, and it's more of a fuzz on it. But someone else might know a bit more about the PNGs and JPEGs, but I tend to do a done for you service. If I wanted to design a flower gift for me, yes, I can do a done for you service. We can discuss fees. Thank you. And in fact, what I didn't put in the chat, or I'll do it at the end, was the blog, so you can see, because actually on the blog it shows you how to do the GIF. So I thought you could maybe read that rather than me teaching a GIF, otherwise it's a long time with me talking.
Yes, I'd like to see that again, because that would be useful for people.
They're quite fun making the GIFs, and I put them in my newsletters too, not just of me, but just different things. So I thought a bit of homework now. So 2 options I thought of. Another one, Sally, was after this session, Sally's going to, we're going to do our 30 seconds. So you could, on your Canva design, do a little 30 seconds, not to share because it'll take too long, but just for your own sort of personal development, something about your 30 seconds. Maybe it would help you to get clearer with your 30 seconds if you mapped it out. Yeah. Or did some pictures. Or I didn't show you elements actually. So on Canva, there's something called elements. So you can, it's not pictures, it's sort of like stickers. And so again, have a look at elements today as well. That's one idea. So to create your 30 seconds. Another one might just be, I don't want to do that, and you'd rather just do a post now. You've got a social media post idea. So we could use this as a bit of like a co-working space now, couldn't we, for 5 minutes? Yeah, absolutely. Or the other thing is, I do talks. So I do these things called random dialogues, and I do there's 6 speakers, 6 minutes each for 60 seconds. And I live stream them. And it's about people, it's like almost people who are talking from their heart about something they feel really passionate about. And who it's not scripted necessarily, can be scripted, but it's more just sort of helping people to get clear on their message. They might come back from more experiences about it. So actually, as I was talking earlier, maybe there's a talk you'd like to give in 6 minutes, and this is an opportunity maybe for you just to just do some visuals and some mapping out of that idea. And what would your 6 minutes be about? What would your talk be? Because some people have come along and they've gone on to do TEDx talks from these events. So yeah. Any questions before we have this 5 minutes kind of time?
It's a great idea. Is everyone happy with that? We're going to do Canva now, people.
So do we just go quiet? Shall I shut down 5 minutes and then stop recording, and then we come back after 5 minutes and regroup?
Forgive me, I've been a bit dense. What is it you wanted us to do in the 5 minutes? Forgive me, sorry.
So it's fine. No, I talk quick. So either a post, your 30-second pitch. So what would you say in 30 seconds? Maybe you could, map it out on, not necessarily, we're not going to share it, but just sort of like maybe visually with writing, just to help you get clearer on your 30 seconds. if you're not clear on your 30 seconds, what you might want to say about what your business is about today. So Sally, after this session, Sally's going to ask us all to do our 30-second sort of round pitches.
And we're doing this on Canva? Sorry, I'm not.
So design it in Canva if you
Okay.
want to, but we're not sharing it. It's just for us to kind of have a go at getting clear on our 30 seconds.
I understand. Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, I probably said it quickly. And then, or just design something you want to design, free flow, it's up to you. Or another option, if you were going to talk for 6 minutes about something you feel really passionate about, use this time to maybe map out some of your ideas. What would you like to talk about?
Or you could do a little Christmas card, Jane. You could do a little Christmas message that you could put into your blog at some point.
That's a good idea.
Keith.
So it's very sort of like up to you. I'll give you some ideas.
Should we come back about 11:30? Looking at the time, it gives us 8 minutes. Is that going to be enough time for people just to play with Canva? Do we think?
Yeah. And then if you want to, maybe after the session, if you want to message me with them or email them over after and for me to have a look at them for you, I can sort of like, I'm a teacher, so I can give you a bit of feedback.
That would be a really nice idea, actually, Jane, if we do email them to you and then you can critique them.
Yeah, I'll have a go at that.
So what I suggest is we'll stop the recording and then